everybody from Stone Mountain, Georgia. We're making our favorite walk up the block. As the sign says, we're walking up Netherworld Way. And back again, it is the rhyme animal, the incredible Netherworld. It is opening night for Netherworld 2025, and we've got two brand new experiences. The main event, the Grand Enchilada. It's monsters attack, so it's basically like Frankensteinian monsters and werewolves teaming up against vampiric entities.
Nice.
It's going to be nuts. And in our second haunt, we have Oblivion, the return of the Mangler. The Mangler is joining forces with the citizens of Oblivion, and that portion of the house is actually leading into the remnants of Grendel's feast, which we experienced last year, which was absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
That house this year has an excessive gore warning, and I want to say this is the first time that they've done a gore warning, at least in the amount of time that we've been coming. We've been coming for years, but I think it may be one of the first ever excessive gore warnings that they've ever done at Netherworld, so we're here for it. This is like the walk of full excitement because we're here before anything opens up. First night, we love Netherworld. I can honestly say that this is my favorite haunt in the world.
That we have come across. Yeah.
Favorite that I've been to.
Yes.
And we've been to a lot. I've been all over the country. This is my favorite. A line has formed. The gates are not open yet. Speak of the devil. I've spoken into existence. The gates are now open, everybody. Here's a little preview of what we're going to experience in Monsters Attack. I love their Frankie and the werewolf. Drac just looks like downright terrifying. Alright, so we ran into Ben, owner of Netherworld, the creator, the mastermind behind all of this madness. What can people expect this year when they come out to Netherworld?
Well, when you come out to Netherworld, it is just so much stuff. It's year 29. We're ramping up for 30, but we have pulled out all the stops. So first show, Monsters Attack. It's like a war of the monsters. Gigantic titans and missiles and machine guns and just everything crazy going on. But then it's also vampires and undead, all this stuff you love from Netherworld, with a good dose of cosmic horror. When you come out to our Midway, packed with stuff to do, packed with tasty foods, and then into Oblivion, Return of the Mangler. The Mangler is one of our favorite icons from the second show, like the gory one, so it's a real return to a kind of a gory theme. Oblivion was the second theme we ever did in our downstairs show back in Norcross. Okay. And the Mangler was, so we're kind of mashing up the two of them. And then after that, we have Grendel's Feast. It's just more crazy clowns. So the two shows together are just, it's really packed with actors, animatronics, cool stuff to see, just so much. It's like such a value, I think. It'd take forever to go through these things, but it's opening night. People are having a great time. We want you guys to come out and check it out.
When are you open and when do you close? So tonight was opening night.
Yeah, it's September 19th. We close the second weekend of November. We have a lot of nights. We have 35 nights of operation. We're open a ton in October, so there's no excuse. You can come on a Monday, you can come on a Tuesday, you can come on a Wednesday, you can come on a Saturday if you're insane. Come on down and check out Netherworld this year. It's really good.
It really is amazing. We're going to check out more of the Midway and maybe take you guys along. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
All right, so we've made it in. This is the queue area. We did speed pass, which bypasses this queue area. So even when the queue is backed up here, which this is not bad, trust me, you get to look at all of this goodness. There's never-ending eye candy. Every corner that you go through here. Do you like reptiles? Or this guy? And we're done with the first house. That was pretty awesome.
That was amazing.
It's hard to say, like, every year you think, how are they going to top the prior year? And they topped the prior year. I'm going to be honest, something happened in that house that rarely ever happens. I got scared. And I don't mean scared, I mean petrified. Not once, not twice, multiple times. The first time, ridiculous. Giant flying wolf. The second time, bungee coming out, literally knocked me into a wall. I am sweating from being scared. Alright, so future me breaking into this video. When we went to Netherworld, we paid our way, we did our speed pass, etc. We reached out to Ben and company. They are fantastic folks. They've hosted us before for media years back. And then last year was the first year that they let us film little tidbits in the houses. This year, they let us do the same again. So we're going to treat you guys to just a couple of tiny little sneak peeks from our experiences within both haunts. And keep in mind, this is just a small sample of what you are going to get when you go to Netherworld. Also note that when you go to Netherworld, there's no filming allowed in the houses. There's filming allowed in the Midway area, all that you want to do with the Roman characters and the sliders and the food and drinks and all that kind of stuff, but not in the houses. So this was really super cool that the folks at Netherworld allowed us to do this, and we're very appreciative, and we love that we're able to share this with you. some quick thoughts on the second house, Oblivion Return of the Mangler. Bonkers. It is so much longer than it has been in the past because they're utilizing a lot of the outside that was used for laser tag in the past. Now, Mr. Grendel, he's completely invaded outside.
Yeah.
There is a lot to see. Outside is better than 90% of the other haunts that we've been to, just for the outside. And that's not talking about the stuff with the Mangler on the inside,
Yeah.
which is just amazing. Amazing stuff.
Clowns are a great addition.
Yes. Heading through the Midway.
Door open.
There's a jack-o'-lantern in there. It's kind of pooping. It's Plague-Word magazine. Take a look around the Midway for a minute. We got plenty of things to eat. Walking nachos, pretzels, water, soda, donuts, hot dogs, blood bags, Dippin' Dots, of course. Photos, roaming actors. So while you can't film in the houses, you can film in the Midway, and there's always a lot to see and do out here. I feel like this guy is flashing me. Is he flashing me? He's
like, yay!
Touchdown. Dr. Octane's Bizarre Beverages are back. This guy's got 4 arms. This is what he thinks. Good old 4 hands, little weaponry. We got a throne. She's got herself a chair. They have more sliders over here. These sliders are amazing. They're waiting.
And this looks like it's been redone.
And this little scary house out here has been completely redone. Let's take a walk through, shall we?
It's absolutely magnificent. The cinematography is untold.
Hello there.
Hi.
And how are you this evening?
Wonderful. How are you?
Dreadful. Of course, I do have my book of poetry to keep me some lightheartedness indeed.
Are there any favorite selections?
Yes, I do actually have one. Would you like me to read you a poem, darling?
Oh, every day.
Let's see here. I do think we shall begin with Lord Byron. Are you familiar with his works?
No.
Really? Well, he is a poet from 1882, around that time. You know, when I was alive, of course. She walks in beauty. Now, this is one of my favorite poems of all time. She walks in beauty, like the night, of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright is meet in aspect and her eyes. Thus mellow to that tender light, which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one grey the less, and half impaired the nameless grace, which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express, how pure, how dear their dwelling place, and on that cheek nor that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, smiles that meet with the tints that glow, but heaven pays in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent.
Wow, impressive.
Indeed.
Thank you.
should check out more of Lord Byron's works, of course. He's a
I
very
will.
famous poet. Yes.
Okay. Alright, so this video might be a little all over the place, so I'm not sure if you're watching this and the editing is a little wonkier than usual. I haven't been having tiki beverages. That's not tonight. We've just had a couple of unexpected insertions. Alright. Back out to the Midway.
Hello, you two. I was wondering if I would see you. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am well. We finally got Anton Barla. He's back alive. Did you see him in there?
I did.
Yeah, they look really mutated a little. I don't know. It's a blend between Frankenstein and classic Brotherhood of Rats. Only the Netherworld nerds will know that.
Can never tell, but that's his jovial side of him.
Wakes are dead. They got you running for your life. Wakes are dead. A world consumed in endless strife.
Hey! Oh, it's you again.
You can't keep us away.
I know. I think I gotta get that restraining order revoked.
Yeah. It's bad when the humans are haunting the nether spawn.
Yeah. Well, we can handle it. Nothing we can't take.
Alright, I think it's time for one of Dr. Octane's bizarre beverages. I'm going Zombie Zest Lemonade. It's the Zombie Zest. There's no alcohol in these drinks, by the way, so it's just fun and smoking. Cheers, everyone. Oh man, let's hit the spot for sure. I'm just noticing that in their house structure up here, there's somebody in the window. I'm being chased by monsters here. forget to look in the store. Of course. This is perfect for Mary, all the Cthulhu. Oh, look at all these classic horror busts. And Medusa. All the classic horror stuff. The main attraction. All the Netherworld shirts. The shirt from this year's Fun Monsters Attack, and on the back, Oblivion and Grendel is in there too. And the Collector and the Mangler. Over here we have the Collector's mask and top hat. Of course, we have that already. What fan of Netherworld would not have that already? This is the case that always gets me, because there's a ton of stuff in here that I like. They've got lanyards this year. I do need to get more die-cast stickers, or die-cut stickers rather. Die-cast stickers would be pretty funny. All right, Netherworld. 4 hours since the time that we started our video right in front of this place. We're saying goodbye. We're gonna go back to hotel room and hopefully make a little semblance of this video. All right, so we're home instead of the hotel to do the wrap up, and I tried to make some semblance of the video because the vast majority of things were shot out of order, and I tried to drop it into order. We did spend from like 6:30 at night until 10:30 at night at the haunt. I don't expect that most folks will probably stay that long, unless you're really enjoying the Midway. There is plenty of time to spend just, you know, interacting with characters and things like that. But the haunts overall this year, I really loved them. I loved the Monsters Attack.
That was
There's
great.
so much goodness in there with with Frankie and the werewolves and the vampires, as well as the rest of the chaos that ensues in within, you know, the exceedingly long walk. I mean, I think folks always usually ask, like, how long does it take? Yeah, Cthulhu in there. People usually ask, like, how long does it take to get through the main haunt? I want to say it's sometimes between like 20 and 30 minutes almost.
Yeah, I would say that.
It depends like how crowded it is.
Yeah, and how fast.
And so
you walk.
keep in mind, like when we shot this, it was opening night. So that's mid-September. It gets very busy towards Halloween. So you get towards what we call like Hell Week or Hell Weekends. So like the week or two before Halloween, very busy. So you encourage you probably to go on like an off night instead of thinking like, hey, I'll just go Saturday night. Everybody wants to go Saturday night also. I'm not saying you can't, because we've done that before also. The last couple times that we've visited, we're literally the Saturday before Halloween. But I'm just saying, you know, it gets, it's a very different experience than when you're going earlier in the season. And I know we got like this shadow happening here too.
Yeah, it's from the light.
The second haunt, by the way, the Mangler, awesome.
Yeah, they
I love the reworking of that and seeing how that's come together over the years. The first year that it was open, I felt like it was a lot smaller, and then we kind of went from like robot-y type things to cryptids to last year with Grendel, and Grendel is still there, but you know, still managed to put like the Mangler into the mix also, and there's so much stuff happening, and they've extended the haunt itself to the parking lot basically, and a lot of it's covered and some of it's not covered, but it's incredible what they were able to do, and you know, it's literally spilling outside of the warehouse at this point.
You just don't want it to end because it's awesome. It keeps going.
Yeah. And so a couple, you know, inside baseball things, because we had spent some time talking to Ben outside of the little snippet interview that we had at the start of the video. And to give you also size or scale of how big things are, they have about 500 people that work on any given night in the attraction. And it's about like, I want to say like 200 or so in the front of house and security and people that are doing like food and beverage and things like that. And then the rest is just like actors. So when you go through, and I know on walkthroughs, you know, it's difficult because, you know, Ben had asked, like, do you want to go behind groups and get their reaction as they're walking behind them, or do you want to just try to go by yourself? And I think, you know, we went in by ourselves because, you know, you never know the anticipated reaction of what somebody's going to say when you're trying to walk behind them. So, but it's like impossible to do the haunt as much justice as it should have when you're filming it, because there's so much to see. You would need like a 360 camera to be able to see everything, because there's so much stuff like all the way up top and stuff that's on the floor.
If you're looking up while you're walking, you're gonna miss whatever's happening on the floor, because we walked through twice, and the second time I was trying to look at other things that I wasn't looking at, and you still don't get it.
Yeah, and speaking of the floor, the floors are all uneven or unsteady. There are extended periods when you're walking and it's just normal concrete and things, and then there's areas where you're either climbing up like a slope, and then there's areas where you're walking on like wood and it's unbalanced, and there's marshy type areas that you're going through.
Like move and
so there's a ton of stuff that's distracting you as you're walking through. It's really unlike anything that you see in your generic or typical independent haunt.
And I think this year they actually put a lot of things to distract you on the floor.
Yeah,
I've noticed.
Yeah, I thought so too. I saw the rat this year.
Yeah,
made a comeback. Like I haven't seen that, unless I haven't been paying attention the last couple of years. But the rat got me. I think my first time going through the house, I literally fell backwards with that. The other thing I was going to say, we had it was like Christmas morning, quite honestly, for us, and the folks at Netherworld are just amazing people for us. So they took us, when you go to Magic Kingdom and Disney World, it's kind of like the keys to the kingdom, where they allow you to go backstage and everything. And they took us through their backstage components of things, and we didn't take photos of everything, but we did take some. We got to see the ops, and when you're walking through the house, if you think you're sneaking a picture or video or anything like that, there's cameras everywhere. They see everything. So we got to see like the security area where there's just a wall of video screens up there.
They see you.
So they can also manage the flow of the house and when people need to go in and out and so forth, like when they let people in. But more important than that, we got to go upstairs and see like
the dressing
rooms, the costume areas, the armory, all of the backstage goodness. And we realized like the bulk of the costumes that they're wearing, they make them on site. Everything is kind of just, for the most part made ground up, except for some pieces that they'll either buy, and there's pieces that they get from movies. Like there's a picture, I'll insert it here, where the item that's featured here is actually from the movie Red One, with The Rock. That was that Christmas movie that was out. So we were able to take some photos of some of the stuff that was upstairs. And it's like, you want to spend time looking at it, like every little piece, because some of the pieces are easily recognizable from prior year haunts and everything. And there's just hundreds of garments. And in fact, they told us that it takes them like 14 loads of laundry a night to be able to get through everything that's upstairs. So it's just an amazing operation, and the scale of it's incredible. And in the end, we go to a lot of independent haunts, and when I think about like the cost for what you're getting, bang for buck, compared to, going to like a Netherworld, the Netherworld experience just can't be beat. No, it's amazing. So in any event, if you have an opportunity this year, I mean, it's certainly like a destination haunt, in my opinion, to travel to, or if you're in the Atlanta area, for sure go to. It is more than worth checking out. But for now, we're going to get out of here. So thanks a lot for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. See you guys.